This game is called Attack of the Killer Furries. Of course it is. So, this is a game by Drunken Apes. They've made a whopping, I think, 15 games is what I counted, not including their bundles, since September of last year, basically. Just turning my volume down a little bit here. That music is going to get super annoying really fast. Basically, the majority of the games that this developer makes, and there are a couple exceptions to this rule, I guess, the majority of them are games like Veggie Killer, or Emoji Hunt, I think is the name of another one. You spawn into a little map area, and you shoot things until they die, and then that's all you do. And they just seem to buy a bunch of Unity assets and retheme the same type of game over and over and over again. It's kind of similar to that other developer that does those FPS Unity games where they like find all the assets, put them in there, and they call them like Blood Wave, or like, and it's usually like weird stuff like dinosaurs and insects that you're blowing up, and they have the awful jibbing, stuff like that. This is slightly higher quality, I think, but it's still pretty lazy. Okay, so let's go to the options menu and take a look here. We have audio, graphics, and controls. The one thing I'll say about Drunken Apes is that their projects, they look like passable, you know? Like they put effort into their menus. If you go into their Steam pages, they put effort into making like logos and putting in little banners in their descriptions for the games and stuff. That's all fine. I'm kind of over it now. I used to think they actually cared and put effort in, but I don't really necessarily think that's the case anymore. Okay, so why is the resolution up at 2715 by 1527? There we go. 1920 by 1080 sounds good to me. Then quality hyper. What does hyper mean? Can we not potato PC or hyper or kind of good? Those are not graphical settings. Hyper is not that's not what you think it means. We're gonna turn off motion blur too, because no, I don't want any motion blur, thanks. Audio, separate sliders and stuff, that's good. Again, like, there's little things in these games that are more than I expect out of something like this, but then you play the game, and you're usually like, whatever. And they have the trademark pause button for a beer break. Why? I don't know why they keep putting that in there. Okay, let's go ahead and start up Attack of the Killer Furries and see what the dealio is. Okay. Choose a difficulty. Fluffy Pussycats for game journalists. I feel like it's a shot at me specifically. Alright. Fluffy Pussycat, Natural Born Cutie, or Fury Furry for real gamers. Alright. Let's go ahead and do the medium difficulty and see how it goes. Alright. Yep, this is pretty much what I expect from these guys. They give you like 2 or 3 different levels, they put the game in early access, say they're gonna update it, and then they never do. Then the game just sits there forever. Alright, so we're gonna do the Shaggy Island Royal Survival mode. I think it's a play on Battle Royales, maybe? Let's practice your skills, killer, on this Shaggy Islands. All the evil furries are reborn whenever they die. This seems to be the perfect opportunity to practice your aim and set up incredible high scores. Good luck, killer. It's kind of weird that they refer to you as a killer the entire time. I'm not sure I'm okay with that. Alright. Preparing for battle. Wonderful. Alright, welcome to Attack of the Killer Furries. This is the exact same setup as all the other games by this developer that I've played. You find stuff in boxes, you run around. I thought I turned off motion blur. It seems like it's still on, doesn't it? Oh, whatever. Alright, welcome to Borderlands! That was a really obvious joke I had to make. Alright, so we got some ammo over here. Let's pick that up. We picked it up, apparently. And let's find ourselves some furries. I feel like I'm picking on the furry community or something, because I've covered a few games referencing furries. Just so everyone knows, I don't... I understand this does not represent the furry community, but I'm not specifically targeting any communities. I don't give a crap what people like. My argument is that this is a bad video game, and that's all I care about. Plus, like, isn't the whole thing about furries that they are life-sized humanoid things, whereas these are like little Pokemon-sized things? Doesn't this make more sense to be like a furry cute cat game instead of like an actual furry-oriented game? I mean, it's obvious they're just using the name because, you know, furries lol. I'm not sure how I feel about exploding a ridiculous amount of Beanie Babies. I will say this game has better jibbing than the guys that made Blood Waves and all that crap. And again, like, this doesn't look bad or anything, but when you play every game by this developer and realize it's the exact same thing, were those just bouncing off of me? I feel like the attacks are bouncing off of me and not doing anything. Oh, now they're hitting me. There we go, yeah. But it doesn't seem like they do damage when they're up close to you. It seems like it's only the balls that do damage. I might be wrong. This wasn't really doing anything. Maybe because I'm in the practice mode or something. I'm just gonna spam into this. Is that an explosion? Interesting. Like, so far, this is actually better than Veggie Killer was, at least. If I go up on top of here, can I just avoid all the damage from them? I guess they can still shoot at me, though. As you can probably tell, I'm really not trying to do anything right now. Alright. How far in the water can we go? Anywhere? Just that far. Okay. And did the game crash? I think the game might have crashed. It froze on my end here. Oh, nope. My cursor just went off of the screen and I clicked and it paused it. That's fantastic game design. Oh, that's what's exploding, the weird bomb things. That makes sense. Oh, that one exploded too. Okay. It seems like these balls are not doing damage to me, though. Like, they're bouncing off and sometimes not doing anything at all. Huh. Yeah, like, this is all you do. This is every Drunken Apes game ever. You just run around and shoot things, and they fire stuff at you sometimes. Different aesthetics. They decide to use some pretty good Unity aesthetics and stuff when they're playing this. There we go. Just let myself die there. So we can go try the other mode. Let's go. I like how it's not choose another mission. It's literally just choose other mission because they know there's only two. Okay. Let's go on to the Fury Furry mode. Because that one's for real gamers, of course. Okay, so we're gonna do the Sunny Bunny Country Story level. Okay, Dear Killer, a group of furries decided to show everyone their true evil side and started a war. We will need your help to stop them, but first of all, we wanted to get your help to defend our village against their attack. Hurry now! Well, I guess we must hurry. Oh my god. I like how the overhead map doesn't have any of that cartoon effect that the actual game does. I don't understand what the deal with that is. Am I a SWAT character? Of course I am. Why am I even surprised? Okay, let's go and shoot some more furries and pick up this gun that looks like it's probably a bit better. That is an ugly-ass looking gun model. Oh, clicked off the screen again, sorry. Accidentally pausing the game because I'm moving the mouse too much and they didn't bother to lock it into the game. That's gonna get super annoying super fast. Thrilling gameplay that is 100% completely different than what I just did. Oh, out of ammo for this gun. I guess we go get more ammo. And look at that, we got more ammo now. Looks like it might have only been for the pistol, though. It totally was. Uh-oh. At least the pistol does a comparable amount of damage and fire rate as that automatic assault rifle did. Like, the problem is these games aren't fun. And when you make a bunch of the exact same game and don't improve on the mechanics in any way, shape, or form other than using different assets to make it a different theme to hopefully trick people into buying your game every time, it gets a little old after a while. Like, this is the same guy that made, like, Milky Boobs Like, they're not making games that are oriented at kids. They're not making games that are oriented at anyone. They're just making games using different themes and asset packs and making the exact same thing every time. And that's extremely stupid and lazy. Yes, by all means, crowd around me, furries. Like, this is, in reality, no different than than all the plethora of frickin' zombie games that you play that came out, like, last year and stuff. The only difference is it's not zombies, it's random other things. They made another game that I have a code for called Puke Simulator, and it's the same thing, except you puke on people instead of shooting at them. Other than that, the mechanics are all exactly the goddamn same. Oh, that's a boss one. It's got a machete, and probably doesn't have an attack animation, because that would be hard to do. Come on. And, like, it gets to the point where once they start taking shots of the people that cover their videos and everything, like, you know that they know what they're doing. And the only thing I ask of developers like this is literally just to try and make something with a bit of artistic integrity and just a little bit of flair to it. What is this? What the crap is that supposed to be? Is that broken in the game, or what's up with that? Oh, I walked into something I probably shouldn't have, I guess, because now it's affecting my screen of vision here. And now I'm stuck and I'm probably gonna die, but that's okay. Oh no, we died. Well, I guess we're not a real gamer, and we're a terrible games journalist that can't even complete the first mission in their game. Because we didn't try hard enough. Oh god, this is the most annoying thing ever. Well, if you're into tiny little furry animals, you're getting a lot of furry animal butt right now, so that's a plus. Oh my god, do you hear it? The sweet sound of nature. That silence that's just barely broken by a babbling brook over to the side. Some birds in the background. It's so calming. So, this is a new segment that I'm going to do at the end of all these videos. I'm going to go onto itch.io and find a free game that's of at least comparable quality, or in most cases, hopefully better than the crappy games I play on Steam. And this is the first one I found when I went and looked on the new recently added page for free on itch.io. If you want to download these games, you can go to their page on itch.io and download them there. This is called Forest Take Back. This is by a developer that made this as a end of college final project, basically. They spent like 2.5 years making it or something like that. It seems like a cool idea, and it's got more of a furry character in it than what I just played. So I'm more interested in trying this out. Let's go see what the credit is first. Game design and characters by Louis LeBlanc. Cutscene narration by David McFadden. Music by Galaxy Trail, used with permission, developed with Unreal Engine. Alright, those are proper credits. That's good. Awesome first step. Alright, let's go to Start and see what Forest Take Back is all about.
Once upon a time, a village of small gray mice lived peacefully in the rainforest. Their tribe had been around for decades and has been left undisturbed by the outside world. One day, an army of pigs attacked their land. The pigs had outnumbered the gray mice and demanded they give up their land so they can build on top of it. The tribe's leader, Salomeo, was on his way back from hunting. In the far distance, he heard cries for help. It was his villagers, and he needed to go rescue them. Alas, it was too late. His village was wiped out. He had no other choice but to go after the man in charge of this army of pigs. Salomeo waited until noon, until it was finally his time to avenge his fellow tribe members.
Alright, so we've got legitimate storytelling, some voice acting, stuff that was all made by the developers themselves. Alright, so let's see what we got here. So this game was being advertised as, well, the description of it said that it's all mouse-driven, basically, and it's actually designed for gamers that might have disabilities, so you can play the entire game only using your mouse, and it's like a 2.5D platformer. So that's pretty cool. You can also use the keyboard by the looks of it. W will jump, but so will clicking the left mouse button, and to move you just kind of drag the mouse to either side. So let's jump up to here, and jump there. Alright. So it can kind of be played like an endless runner, I think. There we go. It's a little bit awkward to control because it's kind of hard to get used to like dragging the mouse side to side to move someone, but it's like something I have to get used to basically. And then click the right mouse button to attack. There we go. Yeah, so you can kind of do this as an endless runner, almost. There we go. Alright. So that was the short and sweet tutorial. Welcome to the first level of Forest Take Back. That's an odd name to call your game, because it doesn't really make a lot of grammatical sense, but... Oh, I landed on top of something. Well, that was an interesting encounter. Okay, I'm just gonna turn my volume down a little bit more. I always turn my volume back up, and then sound mixing ends up really awful a lot of the time in these games. Oh god, I fell to my death. Oh, never mind. This is like a Sonic game. Ugh, you don't fall to your death. I don't know if Sonic is the right definition for that, but, you know. Okay. And, like, I'm gonna be far more lenient on a game like this, because it's for free, and it's not on Steam, you know? Like... That's all I ask. If you're gonna make your first attempt at a video game, release it for free, and don't put it on the Steam platform where you're asking people for money. The last game I played cost real money, and this thing is some guy's college project that's basically comparable. I prefer it because it's made by the person themselves, instead of just a poorly cobbled together mess of Unity assets. And like, this is difficult to control, not incredibly great, but it's something that someone made and had a plan while they were making it. There's even a nice little billboard in the back. What does it say? A new theme park is coming soon, here in the Amazon. Oh, they're making theme parks in the Amazon? Those bath turds? How dare they? This is like Fern Gully right here. Okay, let's wait for this thing to come back. But yeah, like, this is the point I've been making for basically like a year and a half right now. You can make what the hell just happened right there? That was hilarious. Like, feel free to make cruddy games, but like, understand that they're cruddy. And like, as long as you put effort into it, and understand the value of the product that you've made in the end, I don't really care. Like, I will happily play this and give critique and feedback on it, and just like, be entertained by what's there, because I don't feel like the developer is wasting my time. It's marketed properly as what it is, and that's good. Okay, let's go. Yeah, get out of here. I like how they all do that Unreal Engine exploding after you hit them. It's that sign again. There we go. So I'm assuming we have to open this door somehow, so let's go over here. I'm just gonna use W to jump now. It kind of makes more sense to my brain. Those things need to be edited, because you can't, like, bounce on them repeatedly. There we go. How do I destroy this thing? Oh, just by hitting it. Okay, that would make sense. But yeah, as someone's final college product after, like, working on learning how to design a game, you know, this is totally acceptable and fine. And I'm just, like, I love enjoying and experiencing people's visions on how everything, like, on the game that they want to make. Regardless of the quality, if you put in effort and you just have something you want to create, that's perfect. And this is it, because this was like a student project, but that was already more entertaining than the entirety of Attack of the Killer Furries, despite it using all assets and looking technically better. There was more to do in this one. It's got its own unique personality and style to it, and they're not trying to goddamn con me. So that's good. Thank you for this game. This was, in my opinion, a very successful first part of this extra series I'm gonna do at the end of all these crappy game videos when I do the live impressions of them and stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this as well. If you want to go and try this game out, or just like say hi to the developer, go do it. There's a link down in the description of the video. You can go and check it out over there. Okay, I'm done. Goodbye.
I just want you to tell me, am I out of my mind? I just want you to tell me.